All right, welcome to today's easy scrimmage game. We've just got a light, friendly matchup between the Southern Illinois IceHawks and the Chesterfield Falcons. Both teams getting in some extra reps before the regular season starts. Falcons have finished their 5th declaration game of the season, ending in a pretty close game, a loss to the St. Peter's Hockey Club. We'll see if they can shake off a little bit of the rust there and bring this one back. Southern Illinois IceHawks getting a little bit of warm up on their end as well. That'd be good. All right, and it begins. That's the IceHawks picking it away, but it's Harrison who steals it and gets a shot off. It's going to lead to a glove save, a rebound by the goalie, and a stop. A couple of good saves early on by the Southern Illinois IceHawks. We've got LeGrand at right wing, Maxwell Harrison at left, Will Benton at center, Jack Beck and Tyler Kronitsky back on defense. I went just past James LeGrand, but Beck picked it up, sent it back toward James. Now Will Benton looking for a shot. That's going to be the goalie down on the leg pads. He's looking for a couple saves. He comes away with them early on. Those were just off his body. Puck still down low, picked up by the IceHawks. They're going to look to exit their own zone, but it's kicked loose over to Kronitsky, who sends it back down low. Now it's Benton in the corner fighting for it. The IceHawks come away with it. They're trying to exit their own zone. They finally will. Now into the neutral zone. Sent ahead by Groves. Kronitsky down through the corner. He'll keep it. Pass actually over to LeGrand, who lets it swing off the boards. LeGrand and Benton trying to chase after it. LeGrand had it. Now back to LeGrand again. That looked like it was offsides, but not called. IceHawks pass away. It's going to be one-on-one. IceHawks will have a shot opportunity. IceHawks shot just over the net. Armstrong over on the post as it was basically a 2-on-0. And Falcons get away with one there. Newport and Bryant chasing the puck over in the corner. Mickley right in front of the net. That's Bryant who will poke it away, but picked up by the IceHawks. IceHawks out of their own zone. Through the neutral zone. It's 82 looking for a shot. There's a shot. That's going to be a blocker save by Armstrong. 9:55 on the clock here in the first period. 5 shots on goal so far for the Falcons. A couple for the IceHawks. Bryant looking for a shot. That was sent away by number 90. IceHawks attempting to exit their own zone again. And it's number 29, Tish. He'll squeeze one up. That's going to be a save by Armstrong over on the post as he keeps it out of the net. It's the IceHawks who now have to reset as that was off the stick of 90. And 90 unable to find the last remaining IceHawk. Sends it across the boards over on the player side for the Falcons, and that's offsides. 9:12 on the clock. Another line change brings us Masters at right wing. 70, well, let's see who's at left. That's going to be 92, Masterson. Will Benton taking the face off there. Walkenhorst and Denny back on defense. This one again picked up by the IceHawks, centering pass. Armstrong with a right leg pad save. I don't know how he made that, but he squeezed his leg pad over. And the Falcons trying to reset. This is going to get kicked loose. It's Masterson. Breakaway, 1-on-0. Masterson swings around. Score! Masterson putting on a clinic. And the Falcons will go up, putting the first one on the board. And that's a swing of momentum as the IceHawks had a couple of 2-on-0s, 2-on-1. And it was a loose puck through the neutral zone, picked up by a streaking Masterson. This will be carried out by Harrison. Harrison, LeGrand over to his right. Now again, it's Mickley who picked it up. That was loose through the shooting lane. This is going to get sent back up through the neutral zone. And now again, another shot opportunity. That's going to get just sent right in front of the net. Armstrong trying to get his stick on it, unable to. Neutral zone puck picked up by Harrison as the Falcons try to break out. Harrison looking to get a shot down. That will be smothered by the IceHawks goalie. It's the IceHawks who have it. They're going to look for a shot. IceHawks down low. Shot deflected down by Armstrong with the stick as that puck was lost in transition. That was gloved by Groves. However, it's ahead. Benton and Bryant poked away by the IceHawks. Good defense down low. Now Benton again. Tried to collect a pass from Xander Bryant. This one by Walkenhorst, who looks to clear it out. Picked up by the IceHawks. IceHawks trying to pass through. Loose puck into the neutral zone. It'll be number 27. for the Ice Hawks, trying to send it off the boards, back into the neutral zone. Falcons trying to chase it out. This one over to 31. Actually, it's Xander Bryant with possession. He'll have it into the shooting lane, poked away. Will Benton with it. He'll clear it off the boards. Over to Masterson. Masterson behind, looking for a shot off the goalie. Gets it. Rebound down low. On the doorstep, still it's Masterson with possession. He goes down. No tripping call. Ice Hawks have possession. They'll exit their own zone. Little chase by Will Benton. Ice Hawks still coming through. They'll look for it. That was poked away by Brendan Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst now on the attack. Walkenhorst loses the puck. That was just ahead. Walkenhorst doing a stick lift, trying to come away with it down low as it wrapped around the corner. Now just behind the net is Walkenhorst, Masterson, and Mickley. Mickley trying to poke it out. Mickley with possession, poked away by the Ice Hawks. Both teams getting chippy down low. Now Mickley trying to send it still further, but it's the Ice Hawks who exit their zone. And they'll try to get something swinging around, and we'll have a penalty by Walkenhorst. That's a tripping penalty. It looked like he wrapped his arm around. And that'll lead to the first power play of the game. Player advantage for the Southern Illinois Ice Hawks. Seven shots on goal thus far for the Falcons, 3 for the Ice Hawks. So Walkenhorst to the sin bin. That's Francis Denny who gets his stick on it. Off the face-off, trying to send it out. Ice Hawks doing a good job collecting it. It's Tisch now, number 29, with a long shot. That's going to be Armstrong trying to smother it. Loose puck down low. Kicked in, off the rebound. That's tie game. Armstrong unable to smother that puck. And the Ice Hawks who collect it and send it in just off to the right leg pad of Armstrong, sliding in right next to the right post. That is a power play goal. We should be back to even strength. Walkenhorst out of the sin bin. Now it's Kronitsky and Beck back on defense. Mickley at center, Xander Bryant and Grant Newport on the wings. Southern Illinois looking for another shot. That's going to be a shot just down low. Another shot down low. Armstrong trying to collect it and smothered. It is Armstrong with a save. So it's even strength for both teams. Shot just wide. Oh, yeah. It's Xander Bryant trying to break out. Reese Mickley contesting over on the other side. Tyler Kronitsky trying to send it down low. It's the Ice Hawks again trying to break out. Beck trying to collect that puck. He'll keep it down low, but pressure in the corner. Xander Bryant trying to come over on the boards. Now in the hands of Reese Mickley. Ice Hawks keep it in. They'll shift over. Ice Hawks with a shot. That's going to be off of Armstrong's body. Loose puck down low. Ice Hawks looking for another shot. That's going to go hit traffic. Beck and Newport trying to get on it. Now it'll get sent. It's Kronitsky with a breakaway opportunity. Kronitsky facing pressure by Tisch. Tisch pokes it away. Kronitsky will come away with it, and that'll be a penalty call. I believe Tyler Kronitsky, who just had an incidental bump into Tisch, may go to the sin bin. Yes, that was a tripping call. Kronitsky will head in. And we'll take the puck down 200 feet in the opposite direction to face off for yet another power play. So it's Walkenhorst first on a tripping, and then Tyler Kronitsky on a tripping call. Ice Hawks find themselves with another player advantage. It's Benton. That's going to be deflected. That puck getting sent behind the net. Beck will look to clear. That's going to be over on the boards. Masterson sending it off of number 4, Groves. Puck picked up down low. They're going to have a shot down in the low slot, but that was sent loose over to Masterson. Masterson will carry it out. Masterson and Benton shorthanded. They'll get a pass over, but couldn't connect. And this will go back to Groves for the Ice Hawks. They were trying to clear, send it off the body of Masterson. Now it'll be the Ice Hawks again. They're back on the breakout. Ice Hawks trying to send it through, down in the shooting lane. Shot sent down toward Armstrong. Picked up by 85. Another shot, but deflected by Beck. Masterson, another shot, will get picked up by the Falcons. That time by Beck again. Beck and Benton will break through. They're still shorthanded. Falcons will try to reset. 30 seconds left on this power play. Now was the Ice Hawks trying to clear it out, but picked up by Masters, number 63. And it's the Ice Hawks with about 15 seconds left on the player advantage. They'll have it. Sent down to 31. Picked up by Denny. Denny wraps it around. Harrison coming over. Back to Denny. Denny sends it out through the neutral zone. Won't have enough to get down to the end. Tisch will get there. He'll touch it, but Harrison is in tow. Harrison had his stick on it, but picked back up by Tisch. This time it's Mickley who intercepts. Mickley goes down. No penalty called on that one. Refs are keen to let this play out. Mickley over to Harrison. Harrison looking for a centering pass. LeGrand almost picked it up. We're back to even strength, by the way. That's Harrison. Harrison off the body of the goalie. Loose puck down low. Picked up by LeGrand. No, sent back loose. Now to Beck. Now to Walkenhorst, who keeps it in. Walkenhorst swinging back over. Walkenhorst chasing. And it's the Ice Hawks who look to keep the attack going. It'll be kept in at the point. Shot off the body of Mickley. Mickley pokes it out, but sent just down by the Ice Hawks before they can reset. That's offsides. The clock is stopped at 1:49. 6 shots on goal for the Ice Hawks, 10 shots on goal for the Falcons. Xander Bryant at right wing, Grant Newport at left, Will Benton at center, Francis Denny and Tyler Kronitsky back on defense. Ice Hawks collect that one on the face-off. Still with possession, but kicked loose. Now to Xander Bryant, who comes through the neutral zone, but through traffic, he couldn't make it. Now it's Benton trying to poke it over. He gets that to Newport. Newport will send it to Bryant. Bryant trying to send it back through. Now picked up by Benton. Benton back over, but Newport crosses the blue line. That's offsides. That stops the clock at 1:18. We'll face off here on the spectator side on the Ice Hawks end of the ice. It's Beck and Walkenhorst back on defense. Newport, Benton, and Bryant up forward. That's going to be deflected by Armstrong over to Beck. Nice 5th or 6th player, as you always have another goalie there to pass it. So it's Xander Bryant who loses it to an Ice Hawk. That's going to get picked down. Number 27 trying to clear it away with his stick up in the air. Couldn't connect on it though. It went into the attacking zone momentarily. It's Newport who's still exiting out. This will get sent low. This one, again, Armstrong trying to connect on. Beck just now grabbing it and carrying it forward. He comes in with a head of steam. Beck looking for a shot. That's going to go wide. That's going to get picked up by the goalie. Actually lost on the glove. So it's the Ice Hawks trying to send it down low. That looks like it was deflected. No icing. Correction. They will call icing on that. And that'll let us go 200 feet in the opposite direction. Face off in the Falcons attacking zone. So on another line change, that'll bring us Mickley at center, Masterson at left, Masters at right wing, Krenitsky and Denny back on defense. That was picked up by Mickley, then to Masters, then poked away by the Ice Hawks. Denny with a long sliding shot. That was dangerous as it bounced up in front of the goalie and over to the other side of the net. Luckily, no Falcon there to collect it. Lucky for the Ice Hawks. Centering pass over toward Masterson. And one last shot by Denny. Unable to make its way there as time expires. That will end time on the first period. We'll head into the second. In a tie game, the goal by Masterson on the breakaway in the first period at 8:50 put the Falcons on the board. And the Ice Hawks opening up play, scoring on the Falcons first. Armstrong always waiting to connect with the other goalie. Nice show of sportsmanship there. Walking Horst, flipping it up on the backhand to keep it in. And the Ice Hawks trying to clear it out. Poked away by Masters, picked up by the Ice Hawks again, sent over by Beck. Falcons will reset. This time it's Masterson who will clear it in up at the point. Masterson over on the boards, passing over to Mickley, but just behind, and he can't collect on that. Masters pass over to Mickley, picked up by the Ice Hawks. This will be dangerous as Beck will get there first, and the Ice Hawks had a nice breakaway opportunity if they could have facilitated that pass. As it was number 85 over to number 71 for a dangerous breakaway opportunity, but Beck breaking it up. 11:06 here in the second period. This is Benton at center. We've got James LeGrand over at right wing, Maxwell Harrison at left, and Francis Denny and Tyler Krenitsky back on defense. Puck's frozen over on the boards, but actually picked up. Now it's the Ice Hawks down low. That was deflected wide, down to the corner, picked up by Tisch for the Ice Hawks. He'll shift over. That's going to go off of Armstrong's helmet. Way to use his head there. That's going to be another save by Armstrong. Is that one he actually picks up just north of the crossbar. Not sure if that'll count as a save, but he gloves it either way. That'll stop play at 10:36. Same lineup as before. That's number 20 or 29, Tisch, who must be the tallest 12U player that I've seen in a while. I believe he's 7 feet tall. That one's deflected, picked up. A couple Ice Hawks were waiting down in the shooting lane. Good job by the Falcons to collect it. Both teams trying to come away with something here. Armstrong waiting. That puck's going to go just down low. Finally picked up. This time it's in the hands of Krenitsky. Krenitsky will carry it in. He wants a shot. He'll get a shot. That's going to be a glove save by the Ice Hawks. Face off, won by the Falcons, sent over to Newport. Was a pass down on the doorstep of the Sox, but they were unable to connect. Walking Horse back to Mickley. Practice starts at 4:40. 20 minutes, just check crossbar. This one's a backhand shot. Armstrong sliding over. Dangerous, leaving a little bit of space there. Across the toe in the post. Both teams fighting for possession down behind the net, but it's Beck who ends up with it. Beck trying to clear. It's Xander Bryant chasing after. Xander Bryant will get there. He's going to knock in to one of the Sox, who goes down. Now Walking Horse looking for a shot. That's going to go off the body. Xander Bryant with a shot. That goes off number 4 for the Sox. 8:47 here in the second period. 12 shots on goal for the Falcons. 8 shots on goal for the Sox. Walking Horse will let that puck clip off of his body. That went down, and 31 chasing after. Denny sending it toward Bryant. Bryant clearing it out. It will have enough juice to get to the red line for an icing call, and that'll bring us back down to Armstrong's territory. And the Sox in their own attacking zone will look to put another one on the board. Face off, picked up by the Falcons. They'll clear it out. They're going to send that through. They'll let that one run. Actually, they're going to call it offsides finally. As they looked at each other and tried to figure out, would they call it? Yes, they will. Face off, won by the Falcons. Denny grabbing it. He'll send it back down across the red line, down to the goalie line in the Sox end. Untouched means it's icing. And again, we'll face off on the spectator side, face off dot in the Falcons defensive end. Armstrong waiting. That'll be won by the Sox. Deflected and just kicked over to the right. Armstrong going into the splits and making a save down low. And that was incredible. So that deflection by the Sox nearly went in, as it must have just went by right next to the post. A good opportunity for the Sox. They couldn't do anything with it, though. It'll be Masters. Masters trying to send it ahead. He'll lose it to a poke away by the Sox. They'll try to come in. It's the Sox down into the shooting lane. They're looking for it, but kicked out by Masterson. Masterson will swing through the neutral zone. Tripped, no penalty call. That's Denny over to Benton, but Benton can't collect it up off the boards. Masterson looking to come away with it, but it's Busey, number 27. He carries it in. Busey looking for a shot. That's a slap shot. That's just ahead. That was a dangerous, but tough angle. And 81 Benton sends it into neutral zone, picked up by the Sox. They'll send it through. No icing call as the Falcons were able to just reset. Denny over to Masters. Actually, Masterson. Then past Masterson to Masters. That's going to be picked up by number 90 for the Sox. And now it's Masters to LeGrand. Off the boards, now to Beck. Beck's going to step up, Beck into the shooting lane. That was just over the crossbar. Mickley to Walking Horse. Walking Horse back to Mickley. Fires it around the corner. LeGrand will try to pick it up, but the Sox get there. Walking Horse keeping it in. Good job by Walking Horse. Pass down low to Harrison. Harrison looking for a centering shot. Picked up by LeGrand. LeGrand trying to send it in. Loose puck. Walking Horse slims in. That's going to be a glove save. Pretty quick wrist shot by Walkenhorst as he slid down from the point and had a good opportunity. That puck went through traffic, but the goalie able to pick it up. He had eyes on it. That stops the clock at 6 minutes. That's 14 shots on goal for the Falcons. So this goalie doing a good job, seeing a ton of action. Harrison will try to get something going. That's going to get picked up on the glove of the goalie. Only a couple seconds shaving off. Same lineup as before. Maxwell Harrison at left, Reese Mickley at center, James LeGrand at right wing, Brennan Walkenhorst and Jack Beck back on defense. Harrison sends it to Beck. Beck with a long winding shot deflected off the stick of one of the ISOX players. ISOX lost it there as it was just past one of the players. Picked up by Harrison in the corner. But a little bit of action by the ISOX means they now have possession. That'll go through the neutral zone. That's 31. Beck's chasing him over to the side, forcing a tough angle. They're going to look for a shot. That's going to be loose. The net is loose. We've got two players down. Harrison is down. One of the ISOX as well. Harrison is up. A slow recovery for one of the ISOX, but he's up as well. That's good news. And that net went loose. Harrison and the other player just came flying through. That brought the play dead. No penalty called on that. Actually, correction, that's going to be Maxwell Harrison to the sin bin. So the referee explaining to Maxwell, cause for that. That's the third power play of the game. All to the ISOX favor. The ISOX with another player advantage. Falcons will have 4 on the board. Only sending 3 out at the moment. Looks like we're short 1 player. They need to get another player out. They'll send Xander Bryant down. So it's Xander Bryant, Francis Denny. And let's see who else we have online. Will Benton at center. Trying to pick up the last player. It looks like Jack Beck. Jack Beck trying to clear it out. He'll get his stick on it. That's going to be Xander Bryant, who has it shorthanded. He's going to kick it to himself. Xander Bryant trying to swing over. Xander Bryant goes down. No penalty called. 5:12 on the clock. 1:14 remains with the player advantage here. And the ISOX with possession in the corner. That's Xander Bryant who swings it through. That's going to get clipped. Xander Bryant chasing after. 2-on-1. Xander Bryant won't get there first. He'll be the forechecker though. He'll put a little body on one of the ISOX players. This will get picked up by Beck. Actually loose down into the neutral zone. Picked up by the ISOX, but it's Beck actually who gets his body there in first. Beck again with his stick on, getting in the action. Xander Bryant trying to swing through. Couldn't handle it. That one off the skate of Denny. This will go low. This is going to get picked up by Denny again. Denny off the boards into the neutral zone. ISOX will have to reset. That's going to go off the skate of Xander Bryant. ISOX now back on the attack. Number 95 is going to look for a swinging shot. That's going to be Armstrong who jumps down on it. That puck's sliding down to Armstrong's toes. Just between the toes and the post. Armstrong preventing anything from materializing. Looked almost like it would have been tripping as the ISOX player that was making the shooting opportunity was kind of dancing all around himself, but nothing called. That's the Falcons who gained possession again off the face-off, but picked up by the ISOX. Now back in the hands of the Falcons. Actually the ISOX keep it in. This is going to be dangerous. 3-on-2, a couple ISOX down low. That's going to get shot just in front of Armstrong, but just wide. That was 2 ISOX players down low, and another one who had possession down in the corner. They were trying to get something going. That's even strength. It's going to be a pass from Newport over to Mickley. Mickley and Newport trying to gather it off the boards. But it's the Ice Sox who will have it. And that's Tyler Kreditsky who will poke it over. He's going to force the player out to the outside of the boards. Tyler Kreditsky jumping out in front. Hit number 80. And Tyler Kreditsky may have gotten away with the one there. That was number 82 who went down into the boards. Tyler Kreditsky getting away with one, I believe. Actually, no, they'll call it. I'm not sure if that's going to be a boarding call or roughing. Maybe the commentator needs to learn the penalties a little better. Pick on myself there. But either way, Kreditsky into the sin bin. That's the 4th power play of the game for the Ice Sox. They will try to capitalize. They've only got 9 shots on goal. Falcons have 15 to their name. So it'll be Benton and Denny. That's going to get shot down toward Armstrong, who makes a right leg pad save. Ice Sox trying to swing through. This is going to get picked up by Walkenhorst. A couple Ice Sox who lose it off, bounce it off of each other. That'll go through. Now it's going to be the Ice Sox again, but it's Masterson putting some pressure on down low. Tisch loses that. Tisch, pass over, picked up by a couple of Falcons. It's Walkenhorst and Benton. Walkenhorst looking for it. Tisch putting a stick in there. Just trying to get it sent out. Walkenhorst will clear it back down. Benton trying to get there. Benton bumps into one of the Ice Sox players. Masterson trying to swing over. Masterson centering pass. Benton trying to get a one-timer. Couldn't clear it. Now it's the Ice Sox back on the attack. Ice Sox will have an offsides call as it looks like there was a pass opportunity. They couldn't facilitate. The player with the puck kind of slowed ahead of the blue line, and that'll lead to an offsides call. The face off just on the other side of the blue line on the Ice Sox bench side. And so that's 31 seconds left on the clock here. It's number 70 looking for a shot. He'll clear it. He's going to keep it over on the boards. 70 still trying to dance through traffic. Poke by Harrison in the hands of LeGrand. LeGrand will bring it down. They'll call it clear. LeGrand centering pass over to Harrison. Harrison down low. Right leg pad save by the goalie for the Ice Sox. Harrison trying to connect with LeGrand for a centering pass, but that went off the body of one of the Ice Sox. Now Denny sending it low in the hands of Harrison, who looks for a wraparound shot. LeGrand trying to collect a rebound. He had it in front of the doorstep. That's going to get collected just at the red line by Beck. Denny looking to get his stick on it. Denny and Masick, number 71, giving each other a little shove. That's now in the hands of number 87. Correction, maybe number 37. And a couple other players bump into each other. There will be a delayed penalty. If that was an even call, it's still the Ice Sox with possession. Finally touched by the Falcons. That'll be the 5th penalty of the game. The Falcons not going up by a player. That was Denny who, behind the net, bumped right into one of the Ice Sox players and sent him down pretty hard. And the fans were calling for a penalty. The delayed penalty will satisfy them. So this time, Denny in the sin bin. And we'll have Newport, Bryant, Beck, and Walkenhorst facing off in their own zone. A player down once more. Armstrong, we'll see if there's more action. He's faced 10 shots so far, 1 goal in. 16 shots on goal for the Falcons, 1 goal in for them. Nice save percentage for the Ice Sox goalie so far. That'll get cleared on the Face off. Xander Bryant chasing after with a head of steam. He's going to come through. Tries to get his stick on it. That one just past Newport. Rocking Horse trying to send it over. It's going to be Armstrong. He's going to drop down. He sends it, deflects it over. That was a little dangerous, it appeared. Newport and Beck. It's going to be poked away by Walkenhorst. Beck will try to clear it out. Picked up somehow by the Ice Sox on the other side of the net as Armstrong was trying to wrap over, and he made a stop. That's another shot on goal for the Ice Sox. Tallies them up to 11. Only 22 seconds remaining here on this clock as time winds down in the second period. 56 seconds remains on the power play. So we'll have still a 5-on-4 as time winds down in the second. That one was poked down toward Xander Bryant. He swings over. That's a pass to Newport in the neutral zone. Newport looking to get something going. Short-handed. Newport just winds it down to the corner. 6 seconds remains. Not a lot of opportunity for much to happen here. It's 1-0. Clock expires. That'll give the Falcons a little bit of a break as they head back to the bench and get a word from the coach. 34 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity with Francis Denny still sitting on the booth in the cage. That'll be Armstrong back to the net. Same for the Ice Sox goalie. Both teams heading back out on the ice. You feel that? Love you. Okay. Masterson at center, Masters at right wing, Beck and Walkenhorst back on defense. Masterson gets a little shove. Ice Sox collect it. Ice Sox pass over into neutral zone. Still swinging around. It's going to be number 70 who enters. Called offsides. That shaves another handful of seconds off the power play. Still 5-on-4 for 18 seconds more. And we'll face off on the spectator side. Just on the neutral side of the blue line. Same lineup as before for the Falcons. That's going to be a face-off win. And 70 who's going to come low. Poked away by Walkenhorst. Falcons trying to get their stick on it. It's Beck down low as well as Masterson. Makes its way to Reese. Actually, that's going to be Masters, Brevin Masters, who's going to swing over looking for a shot. That's going to get sent off the body. It's Masters, correction, trying to send it over to Masterson, who was down on the doorstep of the Ice Sox goalie, but they couldn't do anything with it. It's even strength now. Maxwell Harrison on the ice. Masters, Masterson, and Walkenhorst. Masters will head off. James LeGrand in for a line change. That's going over to Masterson. He's going to swing over. Low slot shot just over to the right side of the net. Picked up by Harrison, who looks for a wraparound. That's dangerous as the goalie's still down on. That's picked up by Masterson and score! Harrison to Masterson. And the Falcons take the first lead of the game. So that was Masterson with a nice goal off the pass just down in the low slot from Maxwell Harrison, and Masterson with a wrist shot puts it in the net with a ton of open space. Now it'll be Xander Bryant who has it. He's going to face a little bit of action. That's going to be poked away by the goalie for the Ice Hawks. Looks like Tish, who lost it there in the neutral zone. Krenitsky over to Bryant, just off of Bryant's body, passed, and Newport chases after. He's going to grab it. Newport swings it through the corner. Newport pass over Reese Mickley with a shot. That's going to be blocked. Sent over around the boards. Back to Krenitsky. Krenitsky back around to the other side. Xander Bryant will collect it. He's going to try to swing the other way, but poked away by the Ice Hawks. Couple of Ice Hawks on the run now. It's Tish, who was looking for a little bit of action. Couldn't do anything with the space that he had. Now Xander Bryant trying to send it through. No offsides called. That's all right. Delayed offsides. We'll just say that. Now the Ice Hawks still looking for something. Ice Hawks with possession. They'll swing around, looking for a centering pass. Through into the shooting lane. Number 4 kicks it down. Picked up by number 84. That was Tyler Krenitsky. That's fired around to the opposite side of the boards. Picked up by 82 for the Ice Hawks. Out just on the other side of the shooting lane was 31, but Xander Bryant had it, and Xander Bryant goes down, and he tripped hard, and I'm not sure if that was intentional. I think it was not, but we've got an Ice Hawk player down, and we've also got Xander Bryant who's holding his helmet really hard. Xander Bryant, hopefully he comes up. Don't want to lose any of our players. He's coming up on his own power, but he's holding his head. They might want to get a new helmet on that one. He fell hard. Everybody's going to clap for him. The other Ice Hawks player back up on the ice as well. So that's good news. But Xander Bryant, you got to feel for him. That looked a little rough. We had the ref raise their hand. I'm not sure if they're going to call a penalty on that or if they're going to say it was incidental. So we'll see what they come away with. And actually, that will be a penalty. The first player advantage for the Falcons is number 21. Does head to the sin bin. They're still trying to figure out. It's number 21 on the board, but they're trying to figure out what they're calling. It looks like a little bit of miscommunication here with the referees and the coaches. Xander Bryant looks like he's collecting himself and fine, but he's taking off his helmet right now. And it is 21 in the sin bin for the Ice Hawks. That's the first player advantage for the Falcons. So both players up and moving. That's good news. Xander Bryant with his helmet off right now. Still scratching his head. Sure he'll be fine. Just got to ring the bell once or twice, you know. That's Benton back down toward Masterson. Benton off the boards, picked up by the Ice Hawks. They'll try to clear, and the Ice Hawks try to exit. That's now in the hands of the Ice Hawks. They're short-handed. It's Beck who's going to lose it. It's going to be a shot off over Armstrong as Armstrong tried to get his glove and blocker over. So a short-handed shot. Couple of goals made on the shorthand by the opposite team for the Falcons this season. And maybe another opportunity is they both lose it. It's going to be a shot down low, and that was dangerous as Armstrong was trying to get his stick on it. Looked like one of the Falcons players just dumped down and ran into him. And the Ice Hawks are going to shift down into the shooting lane, trying to get another shot. Can't do anything with it, but Beck will collect the puck behind the net. He'll try to clear it off the boards, over to Benton. Benton trying to send it out. He'll do it. That's going to be a loose puck through the neutral zone. It'll get picked up by Dunn, number 37 for the Ice Hawks. They'll send it back through the neutral zone. Now it's Walkenhorst. He's going to send it over. Nice little biscuit to Beck. Beck down through, off the stick of Groves. Groves over to Beck. Now it's going to be Groves. Groves looking for a shot. Centering pass. And Armstrong jumps over. But what a save. Actually, that was Denny who got his body on it. What a great defensive effort by Francis Denny. 7:14 on the clock in the third. As he got right in front of that shot, there was a centering pass. One of the Ice Hawks ready to fire. And Denny saving it with his body, putting his body on the line. And it's full strength now, by the way. That was Legrand who kept it in. Legrand will opt to fire it around the corner. That's Harrison who wants that wraparound shot. He's been ferociously pursuing it. Falcons on the line change. Masters comes in. It's a 2-on-2, and that'll be tripping. As Denny tripped one of the Ice Hawks players, they're going to send it down. It's a delayed penalty, and the goalie has been pulled for the Ice Hawks, but finally touched by the Falcons. And another penalty on the game. So Armstrong, who's seen 12 shots, will likely see a few more as they'll face off in their own defensive zone. The Falcons having 20 shots to the game, 12 shots for the Ice Hawks. So Denny will head to the sin bin, and we'll have a face-off down in the Falcons' defensive zone. As stated before, 6:23 on the clock here in the third period. That's going to be a commentator error as the broadcast booth had a technical difficulty. We're just adjusting now to the third period. We are halfway through the third period. That's going to be picked up. Shot in the shooting lane. Now Harrison has it shorthanded, but picked up by number 27, Bussey. Shot, that's going to be off of the blocker of Armstrong, who makes another save. It's 82, picked up by number 29, Tish, who fires it around. Krenitsky trying to grab his stick on it. Send it out, and Krenitsky bumps into another Ice Hawks player. That'll get sent back across before they're able to reset. Ice Hawks wanting another call on that, but it was incidental. It looked like Tish and Krenitsky just kind of got in each other's way. 56 seconds remains on this power play for the Ice Hawks. They'll try to capitalize on it, but they're unable to get as many shots on right now. Francis Denny still in the penalty box. That'll get sent in by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks with possession. Ice Hawks down into the slot. Picked up by Beck, though, as that was the Falcons trying to clear it. Ice Hawks still with possession. That'll be 3 Ice Hawks over in the corner. They'll send it down low. Armstrong adjusting. He's back up. Ice Hawks in the corner. Stick on it. That's going to go to number 4, Groves. Groves looking for a shot. That's going to get deflected. Still just wide as number 17 couldn't get his stick on it for a deflection. Now into the low slot. It'll be Xander Bryant with a breakaway. One-on-one, Xander Bryant with a shot. That's going to be a big save by the Ice Hawks goalie. 9 seconds remains on this. That was a short-handed shot. Xander Bryant with another shot opportunity. Xander Bryant shot into the body and glove of the Ice Hawks. So that's 22 saves, or 22 shots, 20 saves for the goalie for the Ice Hawks, who's done an incredible job this game. 4:53 on the clock now. So we'll face off full strength with both teams having 5 players on the ice. Time winding down. Benton, LeGrand, Masterson, Walkenhorst, and Denny back on the ice. It's the Ice Hawks who will break out. They're going to look for something. Denny doing a good job forcing them over. Armstrong switching over. He's looking to make a stop. That puck will get cleared back through the neutral zone. Picked up by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks passing over. That's going to get deflected. Will it be called? No. No icing there. Denny will collect it behind the net. That's going to get picked up by the Ice Hawks who look for a centering pass. Now it's Masterson and LeGrand. Masterson passed to LeGrand, but that pass just ahead. LeGrand will chase after it, though. He'll get there to the corner. Tisch trying to get his stick on it. Masterson on the other corner now. Getting some pressure. Now it's the Ice Hawks down on the puck. Not sure if the referees will call it, but no, it was just loose enough to let it continue to play out. That'll be Denny firing it down low, but picked up by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks on the rush. Ice Hawks looking to get something going. And they'll try to get a centering pass. That's off the skate of Walkenhorst. And Denny now goes down as he was boarded. And Denny stood up and he said, "Hey, I don't think so." We may have another penalty called, though, not sure. Or the referee just saying, "Let's stop." That was a couple of Falcons players unhappy with how that unfolded. 3:32 here in the third period. 22 shots on goal for the Falcons, 12 shots on goal for the Ice Hawks. And we'll see what happens. But I believe that was a penalty called on the Ice Hawks now, as I see one in the penalty box. And I'm not sure if that was boarding or roughing. But 3:32 remaining. It looks like the Falcons have a player advantage. Beck and Tyler Kernitsky back on defense. It'll be Masters, Harrison at right wing and center, respectively. And we'll see as the referees try to explain what's going on to the Ice Hawks bench. They're still trying to communicate a little bit about what's happening. And the clock stopped for the moment. And both of them will try to figure out what's happening here. They'll let play resume. That's Reese Mickley over at left wing. That's going to be a shot and glove save by the goalie for the Ice Hawks, who's done a great job in net. He's seen a ton of shots. He's had a good save percentage. Just a lot of action this game. 3:27 on the clock, 1:26 on the power play. Same lineup as before. Reese Mickley at left. Harrison at center. Masters at right wing. Tyler Kernitsky back on defense. He'll keep that in at the point. That's going to go off the boards over to Mickley. Mickley looking for a centering pass. That's picked up by the Ice Hawks, though. Good job defensively. Now the Ice Hawks trying to swing in. Ice Hawks through traffic. That's going to be Armstrong. Smothers it up. And Masters comes over and says, "Thank you for not letting that slide in." So good job by the Ice Hawks, but the Ice Hawks player, unable to handle that shorthanded, came in with a bucket of energy and just spilled it right there in the mid-slot. Unable to keep control of the puck, and so that slid down to Armstrong. Not sure if that counts technically as a shot, but either way, headed toward the net. 1:05 left on the power play for the Falcons. 4 on the ice for the Ice Hawks. Actually, we've got another penalty. It's going to be Maxwell Harrison. So we have a 4-on-4. Ice Hawks trying to do something with it. That was 82 looking for a shot. That was another shot over on the boards, but off the skate of Masters. That's going to go to the hands of Groves. We got a spread sheet of ice now. Groves will try to bring it around, bring it over. Armstrong will need to get up. He's still down on his leg pads. And a shot through traffic, picked up. That's going to go down the length of the ice. It'll lose steam before it gets to the red line. Masters chasing after. No icing. Masters trying to get his stick on it. Mickley coming over to support. Now back through the neutral zone, picked up by Denny. Denny passed to Masters. Masters up to Mickley. Past Mickley. Over to the red line. It'll be Mickley who grabs it behind the net. Mickley looking for a wraparound, but picked up by the Ice Hawks now. Pass through the neutral zone, picked up by Xander Bryant. Xander Bryant who's back on the ice, which is great. Now Walkenhorst in the opposite direction. Walkenhorst pass to Bryant. 14 seconds on the power play for the Ice Hawks as they have one extra player. That's a shot, long shot by Walkenhorst. 5 seconds remaining on the power play for the Ice Hawks. And Maxwell Harrison out on the ice. Ice Hawks trying to bring it in. Couldn't keep it under control. The referee goes down on the perimeter there. Oh, that was a little bit of a move by Benton, who shoved one of the Ice Hawks players in the back into the board. Benton's going to go to the penalty box, and I believe we may see a 6-on-4. That was number 80 who went down. 80 is tough. And Benton headed back. Benton was giving a little shove, and 80 went into the boards. Everybody knew that one was getting called. So not sure if the Ice Hawks will pull their goalie, but they have a player advantage for the moment. It is 5-on-4. Minute and 18 left here in the third period. So time will expire with the Falcons down one player. And they're going to keep their goalie out on the ice right now. It's Walkenhorst trying to exit. Tisch has it over on the perimeter. Tisch, centering pass, actually picked up by Denny. That one back down low. Centering pass again. Walkenhorst trying to exit. He'll clear that up off the glass. Actually, the Ice Hawks have captured that. That's going to be icing. We'll face off in the Falcons' defensive end. And it'll be 6-on-4 as the Ice Hawks pulled their goalie. Armstrong will see if he can stop whatever comes his way. It's Beck, Mickley, Masterson, and we'll see the remaining player over on left wing. It looks like actually Tyler Kornetsky on defense. That's going to get sent down. That was dangerous as the deflection could have gone in. Through traffic. This will get picked up by Mickley in the hands of Groves. Groves pass over to number 70. Mickley's going to grab that. Mickley off the boards looking for a pass. Actually picked up by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks back on the rush. Ice Hawks looking to tie the game with seconds remaining. They'll send it down low. Ice Hawks on the forecheck now. Walkenhorst trying to get there. Actually, that was Kornetsky. They're going to try to send it back down low. Armstrong, he's going to go down, and that goes in, and Armstrong unable to get up. Armstrong not happy about that. As that puck was sent loose, Armstrong was down. They had Armstrong's stick. And the power play goal falls. And 15 seconds remaining gives the tie to the Ice Hawks. That was a loose puck. Armstrong down, full open net. And the referee's still trying to figure out now what's happening. It looks like Benton was preparing to exit the sin bin. I think he'll be allowed. Should be 5-on-5. They're going to call no goal. That goal is getting pulled back. I know Armstrong was upset. They were telling Benton, get back in the box. Benton was trying to figure out why. And Xander Bryant's pretty happy. He's bumping on the glass where Benton is saying hi. And that goal is getting pulled back. It looks like they were calling goalie interference as Armstrong was trying to get up and he couldn't. And I believe that's the crux of the issue. We'll play this one out 2-1, and that would mean that the ISOX should have 6-on-4 if that's the way that it goes. Benton is still back in the penalty box at the moment. 15.2 seconds on the board. Armstrong has seen 12 shots on goal, 23 shots on goal to the ISOX goalie. And actually, we're waiting to see what happens here. The score is still 2-2. A lot of miscommunication here. They've given the ISOX an extra goal on the board, and some of the fans are a little upset. That's okay. They're trying to figure out the board right now. And we've got a face off at center now. 15 seconds remains. Maxwell Harrison will carry it in shorthanded. Harrison looking for a pass or just at least clear possession. He'll have a few dark sweaters on him. LeGrand over in the corner. Harrison gets a nice shove from behind. The ISOX very unhappy. And we'll get Armstrong with a little bit of a celebration. All the players coming in to say good job. And the ISOX should do the same for their goalie, because their goalie did an amazing job as well. So that's Falcons 23 shots on goal. ISOX 12 shots on goal. That leaves the game 2-1 with victory to the Falcons. Again, this is just a friendly game. There is nothing at stake other than maybe a little bit of bragging rights and extra preparation for the season. Both teams will say good job. They'll head back to the bench. And that'll wrap it up for today. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this is just a friendly game, Sunday, October 19th, here at the Maryville University Hockey Center Shanahan rink. We will see you next time.